Hello, everyone. I'm Elisa Smith, building principal at McKinney Harrison Elementary School. And tonight I have the honor to recognize and congratulate Mrs. Penny Kreider in her retirement. Penny came to DeKalb Central United School District in 1986 and served 34 years as a classroom teacher at McKinney Harrison Elementary. As I came into the principalship in our building, Penny was beginning a long-term leave, so I never had the privilege to know her. But her presence was felt in our hallways and our classrooms throughout the year.
Penny Kreider. I have been so blessed to be able to work with you for such a long time. First, as one of your teaching partners for 10 years, we were a perfect team because I was always, let's dive in and do this new thing. And you were like, slow down, let's think it through, make sure it's actually going to work and work well, and then we'll do the thing. So we were a perfect partnership. And then we became friends outside of school. And I love that. You got to have you got to have my son. What a pleasure for you. And you were amazing. You were so sweet and so patient and so kind. And I have seen you positively affect so many kids' lives with your attitude and your incredible knowledge base. You have been able to move kids forward in ways that always impressed me. McKinney Harrison is so blessed to have had you for so long. And now your family is so blessed to get to have you with them during retirement. I know you're going to enjoy those grandkids and your kids and your husband and just your life. So get out there, go do it, enjoy it, every second of it, because you have earned it. Bye, Penny.
We all know that you did not go into teaching for the money. But we do know that you went into it because of the love and appreciation you have for your students. I want to thank you, Penny, for showing us how to make a difference in a student's life by the day-to-day things that we do for them. You taught us that those small things work out together to make a big difference in the lives of those little ones. I want to thank you for being a colleague and a friend, for those times that we needed to talk to you about our kids, our classroom, or those wonderful parents. And girl, I just figure with all those years you've had, you better have some good ideas for us. I want to thank you for making a lasting impression on the world through the lives of the students that you've taught. We are truly blessed with your love and your friendship. McKinney Harrison will miss your presence always, but we want to congratulate you. Girl, you did it! Woo!
Hi, my name is Jessica Wappis, and I'm a first grade teacher at McKinney Harrison Elementary, and I wanted to take a minute to talk about Penny Kreider. So I met Penny Kreider through our Oveus team meetings. I was a kindergarten teacher, and she was a first grade teacher. She soon became someone that I went and talked to and to vent to a lot in my first few years of teaching. When I was asked to move to first grade a few years later, it became a really easy decision because her and I had built a great relationship of communicating and talking to and joking with. So it made an easy decision for me to move to first grade, and it was a great decision for me. She was a voice of reasoning when I was freaking out, which is often, and her sense of humor has helped me out in many situations during our time together. I'm going to definitely miss that guidance and that sense of humor from her, but I know that she is going to enjoy her retirement to the fullest. And I am so excited for her, and to have that time with her grandbabies is always going to be great for her. So good luck and best wishes, Penny, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye.
Hi. I was actually lucky enough to teach right across the hall from Penny for the last several years since we've been in our new building at McKinney. So she was always my go-to for questions and for just anything that I needed. I would always walk into her room after school and say, Penny, help me. And she would always respond, yes, Danielle. So she was used to me just kind of barging in with a million questions. One really funny story that I just laugh every time I think about when I think about Penny. It's during one of our collaborations. She was going through her cupboards looking for a specific worksheet, and she found one that was titled Penny the Pack Rat. And she said something like, look, I found one about me. And it was just so funny because she has definitely collected a lot of resources over the years, which actually was incredibly helpful during all of our collaborations. So that story just always makes me laugh.
Congratulations, Penny. As I was thinking about it this morning, I believe you and I have worked together 23 years. And when we started, we were raising our children, and now we both have grandchildren to enjoy. You have definitely earned this, and I'm so happy for you. Congratulations, and enjoy your retirement.
Thank you, Penny, for the hundreds of lives you've impacted over these 34 years, for the hundreds of families you've supported in our community, for the thousands of hours of service you've shared with DeKalb Central United School District. Thank you, and congratulations on your retirement from your McKinney-Harrison family.
Marcia Bierman has served as a paraprofessional at DeKalb Central and J.R. Watson for 20 years. She worked in various capacities, including recess and cafeteria supervision, interventions, and special education. Marcia is amazing at all she does. This would have been just a 20-year celebration of service, but Marcia has decided to retire at the end of the school year. Her husband is transitioning to a new job, and they will be moving to Ohio. Marcia is irreplaceable and will be greatly missed at Watson. Marcia, congratulations on 20 years of service and best wishes in your future endeavors.
DeKalb High School is honored to recognize 3 teachers who will be retiring at the end of this school year. Our first retiree is Mrs. Robin Williams, who has 33 total years in education. She has worked at East Allen County Schools for 2 years and DeKalb Central for 31 years. Her first 11 years working at DeKalb Central, she spent teaching English and composition at DeKalb High School. She spent 15 years teaching at DeKalb Middle School, 7th grade language arts. And then she's returned to DeKalb High School for the last 5 years, teaching English 9 and Honors English 9. Robin always has a bright, bubbly personality and will always offer a smile as you walk down the hallway and how you doing today? She will also do anything to make a student successful. If that means having the student come in before or after school, she'll do that. If that means asking the student as they walk by every day in a passing period for that exact same assignment over and over, she'll do that as well. Or following the student to another classroom to help them find success there. Always offering that caring and nurturing environment to help motivate her students. Mrs. Williams and her husband have moved back to St. Louis, and they're looking forward to enjoying time with their families. She's excited to have time to travel when it's safe, time to volunteer in her community, time to read, and time to make a difference. She's already begun the process of joining the Little Free Library movement, which will allow her to register a book sharing box on her street. Congratulations, Robin, on your retirement, and thank you for your 33 years of service and education. The second retiree that DeKalb High School would like to recognize is Mrs. Cynthia Noy. Mrs. Noy has worked in education all at DeKalb Central Schools for the past 36 years. She was a physically handicapped teacher at James R. Watson Elementary School for 7 years, DeKalb Middle School physically handicapped teacher for 2 years, and for the past 27 years, she's been one of the mild disabilities teachers at DeKalb High School. I first met Mrs. Noy when she was cheering on her sons on the football field or basketball court and her daughter on the soccer field or basketball court. And let me tell you, you could hear her cheering, and you knew when her children were performing well because she was loud and proud. Cindy has always had a strong work ethic to advocate for her students. Cindy would always stop by and say, "Hey, do you have a minute?" And 20 to 30 minutes later, our conversation would be over. Cindy, I will miss our minute conversations. As Cindy heads into retirement, she's going to enjoy spending time with her granddaughter, Everly. Cindy, congratulations on a successful career in education and good luck. DeKalb High School would also like to recognize Mrs. Cheryl Gilbert as their third retiree for this school year. Mrs. Gilbert has 38 years of teaching experience and service to DeKalb Central Schools. In 1982, Mrs. Gilbert started teaching at DeKalb High School. She taught physical education for 13 years. She then taught physical education for 20 years by working in all 4 elementary schools within our district. For the past 5 years, Mrs. Gilbert has returned to DeKalb High School to teach PE. Mrs. Gilbert has shared that she's loved this job. Mrs. Gilbert has also been willing to try new things, come up with creative ways to engage elementary students, and always find the next thing to do to get creative with a field day or water day activity. Upon her return to DeKalb High School, I know Mrs. Gilbert and I had a conversation about the use of technology. I also remember the day when she came to me and said, I finally have mastered the technology and feels a lot more confident. She will enjoy traveling, spending time with her family and friends, and going to sporting events in her retirement. The last words that Mrs. Gilbert shared with me was that DeKalb rocks. Cheryl, thank you for your 38 years of service. Congratulations on your retirement.